All right, today I'm reading from America on the Couch by Pythia Peay, Psychological Perspectives on American Politics and Culture. And my friend Pythia has interviewed about 50 Jungian analysts about various aspects of Jungian psychology. I particularly have liked the um, interview that she did with, just a moment, okay. I particularly wanted to pick up the interview that she did with Donald Kalsched because I very much like Dr. Kalsched's book, Trauma and the Soul, which I happen to have here behind me. So this is Dr. Kalsched's book, Trauma and the Soul, a psychospiritual approach to human development and its interruption. And so this is an interview that Pythia did with Dr. Kalsched some years ago. Pythia's book was published. When was it published? In 2015. So this is an interview. It's entitled Transforming Violence Through the Democratic Process, Within and Without, an interview with Donald Kalsched, PhD. Raised amid the lakes and forests of central Wisconsin, in a gun-toting, hunting, and fishing, outdoor worshiping family, Albuquerque-based psychoanalyst and Jungian analyst Donald Kalsched experienced a classic 1950s American boyhood. Long, languid summers and hiking and canoeing, he told me, allowed him to find his own relationship to the natural world. In old-fashioned cops and robbers games with close friends, he recalled he played out mythic good and evil scenarios. Yet everything he did growing up, said Kalsched, was always in the context of relationships. They're so precious, relationships, and they're becoming more and more difficult to maintain in our increasingly fragmented, fast-paced, and impersonal world. During his nearly 50-year career in the field of psychology, Kalsched has spent decades in the crucible of the relationship between analyst and patient. His current work as a Jungian analyst is built on a foundation of studies in philosophy, religion, psychiatry, and clinical psychology, as well as a period of time working at a Veterans Administration hospital in New York City. It was in trying to figure out why many of his clients got stuck in the process of therapy, even sabotaging their own healing, that Kalsched's work began to coalesce around childhood trauma. Those whose psyches had sustained severe emotional wounds, misshaping their lives and hindering their capacity for relationships long into adulthood. In two major works that have earned him a widespread reputation, The Inner World of Trauma, Archetypal Defenses of the Personal Spirit, and Trauma and the Soul, the psycho-spiritual approach to human development and its interruption, Kalsched has elaborated his own unique theory of the traumatized psyche and its self-care system, creatively bringing together emerging trauma paradigms in modern psychoanalysis with depth psychology and Jungian archetypes and ideals. Like other thinkers in the field of contemporary psychology, Kalsched began to apply his psychological insights to the great American body politic. Trauma didn't just exist in his individual patients, he realized, but in the wider culture as well. In the following interview, Kalsched and I explore the complex interrelationships between the traumatic effects of 9/11 on the American psyche and our polarized politics. We also examine his unique insights into the parallels that exist between the separation of church and state upon which American democracy is built, and between the individual's ego and unconscious. As I discovered in my conversation with Kalsched, Americans' failure to maintain this firewall, both in the country as well as in the individual, threatened from within by destructive urges, combined with a kind of cultural innocence around violence and the human condition, are underlying factors in such American tragedies as the slaughter of innocents that took place at Sandy Hook Elementary in Newtown, Connecticut. Okay, so that was the introduction to the interview. And I'm not going to put my headset in unless I see someone try to join me in this conversation. If you want